So let's talk about that for a second. We already know, as we discussed earlier, there is a huge problem in this country of police departments, news outlets, whoever, covering and taking very seriously white people's disappearances, but not those of color and indigenous. So, yes, I agree with them. And also that Bryant had a history and had been reported for stalking and other issues that he was having, but yet they hired him anyway. So I can see where the family's coming from, and if it was me, I would be doing the same thing that they are. On the 1-year anniversary of Susana's disappearance, her family gathered at her grave to remember her.
They came here today with flowers, but at the same time, they were crying out for justice. They miss Susana very much. Her mother and sister were among the group who laid flowers on the grave today. They say bringing flowers gave them a sense of peace, but they are also seeking justice.
There were multiple indications that this individual presented a danger. There was a previous allegation of stalking, prior acts of acting inappropriate towards other young women by Miles Bryant. City of Doraville was put on notice of these issues and did an internal investigation, but took no corrective actions.
In January of 2024, yet another charge was added to Bryant. He now faced 5 charges: malice murder, felony murder, kidnapping, false report of a crime, and attempted. The trial was initially supposed to start in early June, but it was postponed for just a little bit due to the added charges. And during this time, the Morales family also filed a lawsuit against the apartment complex for negligence, arguing they should have known Bryant was a threat, the residents should have been notified, and they failed to provide adequate security. Now, did they do a background check? I would think not, because that should have been on there. And if they did do a background check and let him still have that job, that's a separate issue. But either way, I'm not an attorney, but I still would think that they would be liable for that because they didn't do their due diligence in keeping their residents safe.